Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV, backed by Ladbrokes for the season. It's the Starting 11 prediction show. Ladbrokes have got a new offer for you. They are doing matched bets up to the value of £50. If you place a £20 bet, they'll give you £20 in free bets. Terms and conditions apply. Ladbrokes.com. Yes, link in the description. So we're here for Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool starting 11 against West Ham on Saturday at 3 o'clock at Anfield, where Liverpool hopefully will go out and beat West Ham by multiple goals, 2-0. I'm going to start where I always start, and that is with the goalkeeper. Today, I'm going to go with Reece Carriers again, because, you know, he's the goalkeeper and that now. Right back, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Trent Alexander-Arnold actually starts at right back again. I understand that Joe Gomez hasn't played recently and he's been in good form and stuff, but Trent Alexander-Arnold, for me, right now, deserves to keep his place in the side because of that performance against Porto away, European Cup 5-0, all that. Yes, I'm still gloating, and why not? We beat them by 5-0. I was there, it was amazing. We got trapped in the airport, that wasn't so good. Centre-back partnership, I am going to go that Virgil van Dijk starts, and he swaps out Lovren for Joel Matip. Now, Lovren's played well in the last 2 games with Virgil van Dijk, but it's going to be a different type of a game, and I see the benefits to starting Matip in this. I expect David Moyes' side to come out and just sit in front of their goal on the edge of their 18-yard line. I think we might need Joel Matip's passing ability over Dejan Lovren's defensive stability. Can't believe I just said that. I'm going to go left back as Andrew Robertson, because, you know, he's boss. Centre midfield, Jordan Henderson. I'm going to go Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain gets a start for the first time in a few weeks. He's been a little bit off the boil over the last month, hasn't he? But I feel like this could be a really good game for him. I want to see Adam Lallana start, I really do. I just don't think Jurgen Klopp will do that. I think he'll look to get a little bit of confidence back into the Ox's performances. You know, he's come off the bench, he's looked up very good, but when he started games for Liverpool, he's looked really good, really insightful, really dynamic when he picks the ball up and drives forwards. I want to see a little bit more of that, and I expect Emre Can to come back into the side after his 1-game suspension in the Champions League. That's my midfield 3. I expect Can to play a bit more of a box-to-box role. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to make sure he's the one joining the attack. Although it wouldn't surprise me if it was Adam Lallana. I'd love to see an Adam Lallana on this side. And the front 3 kind of just picks itself, doesn't it? Let's be honest. We'll start Mo Salah on the left. We'll start Mane on the left, sorry. Mo Salah on the right. Roberto Firmino up top. Let me know your starting 11s in the comment section below. We'll read through some of them, or anything that you disagree with or agree with. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We'll come to that later on in the video. Of course, I'm still doing my first goal scorer. I'm going to go that the hat-trick hero from Portugal is the first goal scorer. That's 5-1 when the odds were boosted on Ladbrokes. It's probably going to be him though, isn't it? But you know what? He had a big fat chippy this week, and I'm not sure he's going to perform at quite the same level that he did. You know, Breck Road, he just done a little boxing session. He'd obviously needed a little bit in his belly, probably not as much as me, but he had a fish cake, probably halal, something like that from the chippy. It's all good, Mo Salah. But will that affect his performance at the weekend? I'm not 100% sure. Probably won't, because, you know, he's boss, and he probably wouldn't overindulge like, you know, me. But there we go. Substitutes. Simon Mignolet, because, yeah. Dejan Lovren. Alberto Moreno. We need Wijnaldum, if anyone gets onto that. If you watch the other stuff, James Milner. Adam Lallana and Danny Ings. So there you go. That's my starting 11. I'm going to get into some of the comments now. Tom, have you got one to start me off, please, my friend?
Luke Galea says Joe Gomez has to start.
No, he doesn't.
Well, that's his opinion. Yeah. What do you think of that opinion?
Is that what he said?
No, I'm just adding to give you a better comment.
Okay, sad. You know what? What was his name?
Luke Galea.
Luke Galea. There you go. Joe Gomez could very well start. And listen, I like Joe Gomez. I wouldn't be bothered to see him start or not. There was something in my head that, I know he was playing left back and it was before his injury and stuff, but he got absolutely rinsed against West Ham. I just like Trent at the moment. I think, you know, defensively he's been absolutely sound. He was going up against that tricky winger, Brahimi, I think it was for Porto, and he did really well against him. But because West Ham under Moyes are just going to sit in, I do feel like his crossing might be something that we need, and you know, we'll have that little bit of extra stability if we were to play Joe Gomez. It wouldn't surprise me either way, to be honest, and I agree with you. I love Joe Gomez. I think he's the better option at right back. I don't think we're going to rush Nathaniel Klein back, but there we go. I'm going to get back into the comments. Thanks for that one, my friend. Piyush V says Genie will start and we'll win. Listen, if Genie starts and we'll win, I'll take that right now. Lookman Becky says, what about Nathaniel Klein? Yeah, he's probably not going to be rushed back in. I don't think. Everything that I've heard is he only had a couple of weeks back in training now. He's had a long injury layoff. We're sound at right back. It's probably the position that we've got most depth in at the moment. You know, with Joe Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and now Nathaniel Clyne joining us, I can't see there's any need to rush him back. It's not like we're scrapping around for points at the moment. Luke Gallier says Joe Gomez is more solid than Trent defensively, and I feel we need him to stop the physical qualities of Arnautovic. That's a good point, actually, Luke, and one that I'd not really considered. Is, you know, Arnautovic does have a tendency to go over to the wing and try and find a little bit of space there sometimes as well, or certainly did when I saw him play for Stoke. So maybe that could be something that we'd be a little bit worried about, is Arnautovic and his strength on a counter-attack or something like that. So yeah, maybe a valid reason for starting Joe Gomez in this game. Thank you for that. Arnold is as good as Clyne, do you think? I don't think any of our right-backs are as good as Clyne, if I'm perfectly honest. I think for some reason we were clamouring for Trent to start right back last season when Nathaniel Clyne was playing sound every single game, and these lads have stepped it up massively. But Nathaniel Clyne, he's going to have a fight on his hand getting back into this side. He really is, because of the level that these two boys are playing at. But I do think that if everyone was fit, I think Nathaniel Clyne would be our right back, because I think he's still probably a little bit better. You know, it's hard to prove or disprove at the moment, because he's not played this season, is it? As long as we get the first goal, we'll be fine, says Kai Williams. That's important, isn't it? I think, you know, we've seen this Liverpool side evolve over the last few months and stuff, and certainly I remember that game against Huddersfield where we went in at Anfield 0-0 and we went on to win the game by 3-0. I remember thinking at the time, I wonder if this is a little bit of a turning point for Liverpool, because we've seen it where the crowd have got a little bit antsy at times when we've been 0-0 at half-time against this team that we really should be beating. But what I've noticed over the last couple of months, and I think what a load of Liverpool fans, most Liverpool fans have noticed, is we're not rushing, we're not panicking when we are level, you know, during games and stuff. And it really is, it shows that we've grown as a football side. The mentality of these players is much better, in that they kind of just trust that we'll tire these lads out and we'll get them late on in the game, because we'll have worked them so hard. And I think sometimes Liverpool fans and fans of football in general look at it and think, oh, why did he pass it sideways to sideways and all that type of stuff. You're just working openings, you're just seeing how the team moves, and you're just trying to take advantage of someone being slightly out of position or something like that before you can try and really move up the pitch and then try and create a goal. And I think that's something that Liverpool have got better and better at, is that you do just naturally tire out a team who's defending, who's chasing, who's harrying, looking for that man all the time. And, you know, with the pace of Mane and the pace of Salah and Firmino's movement, dropping in between the lines of the midfield and the defence, we are taking advantage of that later on in games. And you've seen that by the fact that I think I'm right in saying in the Premier League we've scored 12 goals in the last 15 minutes of games. I might have to double check that one, but I'm pretty certain we scored 12 goals in the last 15 minutes of games, and that's again down to the fitness. Liverpool obviously been away on a bit of a fitness training camp. That hasn't worked so well the last couple of times we've done it, so we might have a little bit of stiffness in the leg muscles and stuff like that. We've seen that after the last 2 training camps. Hopefully that won't be a problem, but this side should be good enough to beat West Ham. If you've enjoyed the video, like the video. If you enjoy the Redmen TV, subscribe to the Redmen TV on YouTube. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time when hopefully Liverpool have beaten West Ham by, let's go, 4-0. Cheers.